Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking at Pam's Place. I'm Chef Pam, and today we're getting ready to make one of my favorite seafood dishes, pan-seared sea scallops. Oh my goodness, they are amazingly delicious. And if you want to learn how to make all kind of homemade food and dishes, easy, simple, made from scratch, take a second and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell so you won't miss anything. And then just keep hanging around because I have a whole channel full of recipes that'll get you there. Come with me and I'll show you what to do. The first thing you want to do is rinse and drain your sea scallops. This right here, if you see this on your scallop, it's called a foot. You can leave it on there, but sometimes this little piece right here can be a little tough. So I just like to go ahead and gently cut that off. And it also makes your scallop nice and smooth all the way around. So check to see if any of your scallops have that on there. And if they do, you can go ahead and cut that off. Make sure that when you start off with your scallops, they are at room temperature. That's going to help them cook more evenly. Now these are sea scallops, but these are baby sea scallops, so they're not that big, and some of them are a little larger than others. So I'm going to probably cook them in batches because obviously the larger ones will cook a little longer or take a little longer to cook than the smaller ones. Now what I'm doing now is I'm getting ready to pat them dry because they need to be very dry as possible when you start to cook them so that you can actually sear them and that they won't steam. So I'm going to put these on paper towel and then we're going to press them with another paper towel to make sure they're nice and dry. Okay, now that we have them all laid out, and you do not have to line them up like this. I just like to line them up like that because it ensures that I will be able to make sure I pat all of them dry. Take another paper towel and put on top, and you want to just press down. You need to remove the excess moisture. Like I said before, if you don't, they will steam and not sear. So we're going to pat them dry, then we're going to head over to the stove from here. You need a high heat oil and your skillet needs to be screaming hot. So we're going to let that heat up while we season up our scallops. Okay, now we're going to remove this paper towel. Should have soaked up as much moisture as possible. We're going to season them only with salt and pepper. You don't need anything else, and we season them generously because some of it's going to escape into the skillet. And black pepper. We will season the other side once we put them in the skillet. As soon as our skillet gets hot, we'll be back. Remember, your pan needs to be screaming hot. You need to see a little smoke coming off of your skillet to make sure that you get a good sear on them. Then, so that you'll know how to turn them over, start at 12 o'clock and put them down. You need to hear that sizzle. Then go to 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, going all the way around your skillet along the edge as quickly as possible because they only will take about 1.5 minutes to cook. This way you'll know where to start to turn them over at. We'll give them just about 1 minute and we'll turn them over. Okay, let's go ahead and see what kind of sear we have on here. Beautiful. That's what you want. And these are baby scallops, so the sear surface is not as broad as it would be on regular scallops. But look at that, guys. Look at that beautiful sear. Look at that. That's exactly what we want. So we're going to turn these all over and cook them for about another minute on the next side. And we'll be back. This is my second batch, and as you can see, they have a nice sear on them as well. Go ahead and flip those over and get the last batch in. Now for my last batch, I'm actually going to use a little olive oil and butter because we're going to create a sauce in our pan at the end. And if you do have multiple batches like I did, make sure you clean your skillet in between. Let that butter melt and we'll be ready. Go ahead and put our last batch in. Again, you need to make sure you hear that sound. Okay, taking our last ones out. Look at that beautiful sear on there. Okay, at this point I've turned the skillet off, putting in a pat of butter, going in with some lemon juice, zest of lemon, and parsley. Go ahead and stir that around. Nice and brown and delicious. Just until that butter melts. Then you just spoon some of your sauce right over the tops of them. A little on each one. Then we'll go in and we will garnish just with a little parsley. And lemon zest. Okay guys, this is the finished product. I am done plating. Don't they look delicious? Oh my goodness. We're going to come in for a taste test. I really do appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me today in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. Oh my goodness, they look so delicious. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Let's do our taste test. Okay guys, don't forget to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. This is something you want to eat right away. Let's go ahead and give it a taste test. Delicious.